boys and girls, welcome to the Great Outdoors with Stephanie's Ponytail by Robert Munch and Michael Marchenko, who have partnered on many children's books, who will write back to classroom teachers and their classes who write to them, as we experienced both at the Cusada Garden Patch and in Pike Road in the World Cafe. It was great to get mail from Robert Munch. He's written so many stories. Here is my favorite, Stephanie's Ponytail. You know, I wish I had my ponytail today. Today it's French twist day, which is what happens when we can't do anything with our hair to make a ponytail. But anyway, here's Stephanie's ponytail. She never runs out of ideas. One day, Stephanie went to her mom and said, "None of the kids in my class have a ponytail. I want a nice ponytail coming right out the back." So Stephanie's mom gave her a ponytail coming right out the back. When Stephanie went to school, the other kids looked at her and said, "Ugly, ugly, very ugly." Stephanie said, "It's my ponytail and I like it." Good for her. The next morning when Stephanie went to school, all the other girls had ponytails coming out the back. You know, they just told her they didn't like it, right? Did they lie? Stephanie looked at them and said, "You all are a bunch of copycats. You just do whatever I do. You don't have a brain in your head." The next morning, the mom said, "Stephanie, would you like a nice ponytail coming out the back?" Stephanie said, "Nope." "Then that's that," said her mom. "There's no other way you can do ponytails." "No, it's not," said Stephanie. "I want one coming out the side, just above my ear." "Very strange," said her mom. "Are you sure that's what you want?" "Yes," said Stephanie. So her mom gave Stephanie a nice ponytail coming right out above her ear. When she went to school that morning, the other kids said, "Ugly, ugly, very ugly." Stephanie said, "It's my ponytail and I like it." The next morning when Stephanie came to school, all the girls and even some of the boys had nice ponytails coming out just above their ear. The next morning, and you will see this is the same photo that they put on the front, the same Marchenko drawing. The next morning, Stephanie's mom said, "Stephanie, would you like a ponytail coming out the back?" Stephanie said, "No." "Would you like one coming out above your side?" "No." "Then that's that," said her mom. "There is no other place you can do ponytails." "Oh, yes, there is," said Stephanie. "I want one coming out the top of my head like a tree." "That's very, very strange," said her mom. "Are you sure that's what you want?" "Yes," said Stephanie. So her mom gave Stephanie a nice ponytail coming out the top of her head like a tree. When Stephanie went to school, the other kids saw her and said, "Ugly, ugly, very ugly." Stephanie said, you know what she said? "It's my ponytail and I like it." The next day, all the girls and all of the boys had ponytails coming out the top. It looked like broccoli was growing out of their heads. Look at that. Oh, mercy. Hey, look at the birds. Would you look at that? The next morning, the mom said, "Stephanie, would you like a ponytail coming out the back?" Stephanie said, "No." "Would you like one coming out the side?" "No." "Would you like one coming out the top?" "No." "Then that's definitely that," said the mom. "There is no other place you can do ponytails." "Oh, yes, there is," said Stephanie. "I want one coming." Where do you think? Where do you think? it coming down the front and hanging down in front of my nose. But nobody will know if you're coming or going, her mom said. Are you sure that's what you want? Yes, said Stephanie. So her mom gave Stephanie a nice ponytail coming out the front. On the way to school, she bumped into 4 trees, 3 cars, 2 houses, and 1 principal. When she finally got to her class, the other kids saw her and said, Stephanie said it's an, right? You know. The next day, all of the girls and all of the boys and even the teacher had ponytails coming out the front and hanging down the front of their nose. None of them could see where they were going. They bumped into desks. They bumped into each other. They bumped into walls. And by mistake, 3 girls went into the boys' bathroom. Now, friends, this is getting to ridiculousness. Ridiculousness. You know, there's a saying that says imitation is the finest form of flattery, which means when you imitate somebody, that's like saying, oh, well, I really like that. But this poor child is trying to be different every time, and this is what's happening. Woo, look how she feels about it, too. Look at that. You know, this girl wants to be original. She wants to be one of a kind. She wants to be the fearfully and wonderfully unique creation of Christ that God made her in Psalm 139, and they're not letting her have it. Stephanie yelled, you all are just a bunch of brainless copycats. You just do whatever I do. When I come to school tomorrow, I'm going to have shaved my head. You think she will, friends? The first person to come to school the next day was the teacher. She had shaved her head and she was bald. The next to come were the boys. They had shaved their heads and they were bald. The next to come were the girls. They had shaved their heads and they were bald. The last person to come was Stephanie, and she had a nice little ponytail coming out the back. And here, my friends, is that foreshadowing. This is the answer. And when I would speak with the Garden Patch Kids or the World Cafe kids as to whose fault was that, some kids would say, oh, that's her fault. She tricked them. The truth be told, whose fault is that? You know, if someone does something ridiculous that will hurt them, are you going to copy them? If someone does something, and no matter how much you like it, you know it's not the best thing for you. Like shaving your head. Would you really shave your head just to copy? No, you wouldn't. God gave us a brain. And He expects us each to be an original, to be different. And so while we can learn great things from each other, and we should especially learn things from mistakes that we and others make, we should never seek to copy. And we should never let anybody else's pressure to make you want to be like everybody else rule the day. You have a mind, you have a heart that the Lord gave you. You use it to change the world for the better. God bless you. I hope you love it as much as I do. It's one I never get tired of reading. Looking forward to seeing you soon at Oasis Cave.